Hey guys, this is Hetu and welcome back to ETL KV Lab. So guys, from today onward we will start the Python series and then there will be a couple of this series will have couple of videos I think, and then we will at the end I think, or in the middle, wherever we feel that we got the opportunity, I will try to show you where exactly we use the Python in automation testing from the ETL point of view, ETL testing point of view, right? So guys, first of all, let me try to just summarize it why we are actually going to start the Python series is because we have already learned quite a bit around Linux. So we are comfortable with the Linux commands and how to handle the files, etc. So I think that understanding is very important when you go for ETL tester or ETL developer, right? Because you have to write most of the systems are basically hosted on Linux, etc. So you need those kind of skills to handle the systems basically, right? For example, your Informatica may be hosted on the Linux box, right? And then how to interact with your Informatica. For example, you need to restart Informatica, bounce the server, etc. So you really need to know the how to deal with the Linux based systems, right? So that's very important. And also there are certain cases wherein you need to, handle the file, you need to work on the file. So in that case also we need to use the Linux, right? At the same time, we also need to know the so using the Linux, I think using the shell scripting. So Linux basically doing the programming in Linux is nothing but the shell scripting basically, right? So shell scripting, we are using the shell scripting, but then now I think it's very powerful that Python, right? So Python automation is even more demanding in the market nowadays. Okay, so we will not we I thought that let's not cover the shell scripting too much in the detail. We already have the other option called Python. If you would have asked me like 5 to 6 years back, then I would have definitely covered the shell scripting as part of the automation of ETL testing. But for now, we have got this choice to do the automation using Python, right? So let's try to understand each and every detail around Python, and then we will see that where exactly we can use the automation, right? So guys, some of you asked that what is the prerequisite to learn the Python? I think there is no prerequisite other than just following my videos, whatever I cover on daily basis. Just follow each and everything, and you will see that you are making good progress basically along with me, right? So that's all I think the prerequisite point of view, guys. Okay. So what we will do is um, okay. Other thing is why Python? Why not any other language, right? So as I said that we need we most of the time we handle the files, right? So we actually deal with the backend kind of testing, right? So we have very limited language number of language that we can use, right? So for example here we can either use the shell scripting or the Python, right, to deal with the files. We can't use the Java and JavaScript and other languages, right, TypeScript, etc., because uh, we can use those languages, but we don't need to write a huge number of code to perform a small task even, right? So that's the reason I think we have to choose one of the scripting language, and I think Python is very popular nowadays, and we will see that automation, ETL automation, ETL testing automation using Python. All right. So guys, for example, what I am saying is we don't need to use any other language like Java, etc. here, because Java is mostly for web-based applications to automate the web-based application. To automate file-based testing, etc., we need to use the scripting language. So for example, I'll tell you all right, let's not go much detail around it. Now what we will do is, as part of this video, okay, we will try to do two things, okay. One thing is we will install the Python itself, right? So once we install the Python, we also need to install the IDE. So IDE is basically integrated development environment, right? So this is nothing, guys. This is wrapper on top of the Python that we install, right? So that we can efficiently work on the Python, basically, right? So you can also, write the you can also use command prompt to write, or the PowerShell to write the Python script, but it's not easy, basically, right? That's the reason we normally use the IDE in wherever we use the programming languages, right? So IDE we will be using PyCharm. All right, PyCharm is very popular IDE for Python. We will try to install this, right? So these two things we will try to install, basically. Okay, and we will try to see if installation and everything is working fine, right? So in this video. Okay, so for example, guys, for Java, right, what we do for Java, also similar things we do, right? We install Java and we actually also install the IDE. So that IDE in Java we normally use Eclipse, right? So here basically we want to use IDE as a PyCharm, which will be on top of this Python that we are installing, right? So that we can work efficiently, right? And all right, so let's do one thing. Let's try to go to browser and then try to install that, guys. Okay. So what I will do is I will show you. I will say PyCharm download first. All right. So we got this first, this link, PyCharm download, and okay, we will actually go for. So this is free trial, but later it is paid, right? And this is free for this is free, right? Lifetime free, basically open source, right? So we will try to use this download, right? We will download this community version, guys. Okay, so once you click it, it will start downloading. I have already downloaded it, so I will not do it, guys. Okay, so I'm leaving it now. Now what I will do is, other thing is, I will say is I will also install the Python download. Okay, I'll also say Python download, and we'll see that. So we are here on this particular uh, site. Okay, now what I can see is I can see the latest version here. This is 3.10, right? So what I will do is I will try to download it. I click on this, started downloading, guys. Okay, so PyCharm I have already downloaded. I will show you. That's why I have not clicked on here, right? And by the way, PyCharm you can get it from jetwins.com, from this website, right? So if you just search it, PyCharm download, you will get this page, and then you download this community version. All right, and then for this Python, okay, Python download also. So we are actually getting from the python.org, and you will get the latest version here, right? 3.1. If you are interested to download any other version, you can go down and you can see that, right? Here are the previous versions, basically. So 3.9.9, 3.9.8, all these versions are there. You can go and you can download it. All right. Now let's go here. So guys, it's still downloading, you see. So this is what I was talking. I have already downloaded the PyCharm before, community version, and now this is the Python one, right? I think it's done. All right, I think it's done already. Yes, it's done, guys. See. Now what we will do is, uh, I'll do one more thing here. I will run, I will show you whether we have already Python here or not, right? So Python V. So it says that Python was not found, right? So what we will do is we will try to install the Python first, right? And then after that the community version, PyCharm, basically, so that you can point this Python to that particular PyCharm. All right. So let's try to install first Python, and we will see that. All right. All right, guys. So once you click on the this installer, right? The so you have to just check this, guys. Okay. add Python 3.12 path basically. So this will be added to the path basically. Okay, don't forget it. And then I don't want to do this the default one. What I want to do, I want to actually use the customize installation. I want to put my own path actually. Okay, so next, and then here I need to check install for all users, guys. Okay, I'll just say install for all users, and now second I will browse the path here. Okay, so here in C, where is that, guys? Right here we are in C drive. In C drive, what I will do is I will make a folder, guys. Okay, here I will say that Python 310. Okay, 310. All right, what I'm done. Now I'll select it. Where is that? All right. Mhm. So just select that particular folder. All right. Now I'll say install. Okay. So now the Python is getting installed. All right. Let's wait for it to finish. And meanwhile, guys, I think we can also install the community version of PyCharm as well, right? That IDE as well. So let's go and try to start that. So let's double click. Let's get it finished, guys, first. Okay. Don't want if there might be some problem, but it's very safe that you first install the Python and then after that PyCharm. Okay. I think it should be finished quickly. All right. All right, guys. As you can see that the setup was complete, and so let's close it. Now let's go and try to see whether Python is installed or not, guys. Okay. One second. Let me try to see if it is. No, right? Okay. Let me close it. Let me try to open again. Okay. Python V. See, I think I got some answers here. Okay. Something is. I said Python. One second, guys. Just want to check whether Python is installed already or not, right? So then, yes. So it's saying that you see here, right? 3.10.1, right? Which means we already got the Python here. Second, let's go up. Okay, we already got the Python. All right. Now what we will do is, okay, we will also see, okay, whether pip is working or not. Pip, because we need to see the pip. Otherwise, we need to set the path as well for pip. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got, I think. Okay, pip install and all. Yes. So we already got the pip also working and Python also working here. Okay. Now what we will do is, let's see, 3.10 Python is already there. Now Python is installed. Now let's try to install this IDE PyCharm, and we will set up the Python within this IDE so that we can start coding, right? So the installation for PyCharm is straightforward, guys. Okay. Let's wait. Think there is not. Let's wait. I think it's going to be straightforward. All right. Next, I let it be. I okay. Just yeah, let it be. So let's get it started, installed, and then I think it will take some time, guys. Okay, so let's wait for this to finish. This is installing, right? All right, so this is already completed. Now let me check in, and then I will say finish. Now it will launch, guys. Okay, it will launch the PyCharm, and then it's launched, right? Now this is asking some licenses and all. If you want to read, you can read it basically. Alright, then I say I confirm and then continue. Alright, that's fine. Don't send. Alright, so you see, guys, this is the PyCharm which is opening now. This is community version 2021.3, right? So this is how it looks. Let me expand it. Okay. Now guys, what we can do is we can create one project first. Alright, so I can just go and I say project. I can just give this is fine. My project. Okay, my pros. Alright, guys. Now what we can do is you see that new environment using virtual environment. So guys, this is very dangerous setting basically. So you should avoid it, right? So you should not proceed with this. You should actually go to one second, previously configured, this one, previously configured interpreter. All right, here we should actually, if we don't have anything, what we can do is we can go to this dot and three dots, and then I can go to system, and it's already here, right? Here we already installed it. I'll say okay. Now you see that we have already got this. So we have to, it is by default, it is checked. You don't need to do anything around it. You have to check this particular previously configured interpreter, and then you have to select it if it is not coming, right. Go to three dots and then go to system interpreter, and then here you will get it. Second, here guys, right? Here we get it. Or here whatever we have, here also you can go, right? So wherever we have installed it, right? So here you can actually go and you can select that, this one, right? So since we already have installed, we already have selected it here, we don't need anything, right? So here 3.10. All right. Now what we will do is, second. All right, guys. Now what we will do is we will say create. So project will be created now. All right. It's still creating a space. All right. Now, guys, this is this, I don't want actually. All right. Nothing. I didn't don't want anything. Now, if you want to create any file, you can just go and you say new and create Python file here. Okay, I'll say first program. Okay, first program Python file. I got this one. Okay, and I will try to write something here in Python. Okay, print hello, welcome to Python welcome to Python programming. Okay, let's try to run it. Whether this, so this is how you can run. 1 second, guys. Just all right. So you just click on this run button, and then you will get the 1 second, guys. 1 second. See here, it is selected. It has selected the different file. That's why it is not coming properly. Okay, 1 second. Alright, guys. So now this is the file that is set. Now let me try to run it. Now you see that it's displaying me hello, welcome to Python programming, right? So this is my first program, guys. So this is just to print it, right? But if you want to print in Java, you have to write a big line of code, right? System.out.println, then you have to give that code, right? Something like that. But here you just have to write only print, and then it's very print is what, it's English kind of language, right? And then whatever you want to print, you just give in the bracket, right? So it's very easy, right? That's the reason I'm saying. Okay. So we are actually successfully able to set up our PyCharm, and we were able to configure uh, our Python. Okay, and now we are all good to start with our programs from the next session. All right, guys. So I really hope that you are able to understand. Please follow step by step and get your setup done so that you are ready for the next class basically. Okay, and we are able to completely set it up here now, the Python environment, right? Now we can start working on it, right? So that's all, guys, for this video, and I hope that I try to cover in a very easy manner. But if you're still facing any problem or anything you are not able to understand, do comment so that I can help you on that. And yeah, important thing is you should be able to complete your setup, installation of Python and installation of your PyCharm basically IDE, right? And then configuration, everything should be ready for you to follow the next tutorial, right? So that's all, and that's all for today. Happy learning, and God bless you. Bye.